That lady's getting a little too close right there.
Yeah, out there. Getting angry at her. Look at her. So we visited Badlands yesterday, which were awesome. The day before that, we went to Mount Rushmore, which was cool, but it was unfortunate that the walkway was closed down, so we didn't get to see all the flags and stuff and walk that we normally would have got to do. So that was disappointing, but it is what it is. Today we're headed out to see Devil's Tower. We wish we could have stayed and seen Deadwood, checked that out, but with our windshield being repaired and Rob having to fix the generator, which we cross our fingers that it's fixed. He just changed the fuel filter, so hopefully that was it, but we'll find out. So that made us lose 2 days, pretty much, a day and a half of time to doing stuff. And we have to move on because my mom's going to come and visit, so that's awesome. I'm glad she's coming. Padme's going to be excited. We have to pick her up at the airport tomorrow, so we've got to move on today, see Devil's Tower, and then tomorrow get to Cody, Wyoming, and pick her up.
For a quick stop here at the Wyoming Visitors Center to get some information, and then on to Devil's Tower. Off to Devil's Tower. Alright, so we had to drop the RV at a parking lot and drive about 2 miles to the visitor center.
There's guys way up there. Look at here. You can see guys climbing.
He's almost to the top.
Can you see? Open your eyes. You gotta look in it. Okay. Ranger.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We made 2 prairie dogs just holding a flower.
You want your drink? Are you thirsty?
Well, we came, we saw, and we saw somebody else conquer. They were just cresting the top. I hope it showed up. The camera doesn't zoom in very well, but I tried my best. But we saw them. They have these binocular things set up so you could see it. And now it's on to a Walmart in Gillette for a stay overnight, and then on our way to Cody. In no way do I want to jinx us, but the generator has been running good. No hiccups yet. We've been running it the entire time since we left the campground, which has been 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. Ran the entire time we were at the visitor center with the AC running, so far so good. I still don't have total faith in it yet, but luckily it's not too crazy hot. It's only getting to the mid-70s during the day, and you know, the cats will be okay if we leave the windows open, and so will we. So but so far so good. This Walmart has some buffalo on the front of it, and wood beams around the entrances, and stonework. Huh. So we left Walmart this morning, and we're headed further west. We're now passing through a mountain pass. The RV has done great so far. Slow and steady wins the race. Talking to a lot of Cummins guys and whatnot, wondering about my engine temperature getting too high when I was climbing through West Virginia. I learned that you just got to slow down and gear down. We're climbing these mountains anywhere between 30 and 35 miles an hour. The people behind us, I'm sure, are annoyed, but I got to do what I got to do to save my brakes and save my engine. So the RV is doing really well, and we've stopped here on the side of the road to give it a break and to have some lunch because we are starving. And then we'll be hitting the road again. We still got another 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours to go on this trip. We'll probably stop one more time for another break along the way. And we'll be heading on to Cody. You know, this direction here, it looks like home, but then you look over here, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's snow on top of those mountains, and that's definitely something new. It's pretty amazing.
Cat named Applebee. 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 Applebee, please come back to me.
So we're still on the road. We got about an hour to go. It's been a long day of travel today. The campground that we booked at only accepts cash or check. They can't take card over the phone or card at all. So they instructed us that if we were not going to be able to make it by 4 o'clock, that we needed to call them to let them know we were still coming. Otherwise, they would consider that we were a no-show and that they would open our space back up for somebody else to have. We have been calling since 3 o'clock. It is now, it's after 4:30 now, and their line's been busy the entire time. We have not been able to get a hold of them, so we're a little worried that we won't have a campground tonight. We're going to keep trying. We don't know what's going to happen, but if their line's busy, I would assume that nobody else can call and take it, so I hope nobody was already there waiting for us to not call, because we couldn't call because their line's busy. So we'll see. About an hour more of driving to go. Well, we made it, and our campsite was still available. Steph went in to check in and told him that we've been trying to call for hours, and he goes, oh, and picks up his phone and says, you're right, our phone's not working. That's why we haven't gotten any calls all day. So apparently, yeah, they have problems with their phone line today. And luckily enough, we got our campsite for the night, thankfully. It's an okay place. We've been in worse, we've been in better. But it'll work. It's full hookups, and it's $33 a night. So can't beat that. It's cheaper than everybody else in town.
Well, honey. Oh, hand? Okay. Let's go see. Let's go see. He's probably going to run away. Hi, little bunny. There he goes. Bye, bunny.
Wyoming?
Pay attention.
Look.
Put your sticker on.
Here, help me push it on there. Let me push it on there.
Push the sticker on there.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Wyoming.
Padme?
It's a new place. Wyoming. Can you say it? Why? Wyoming? Wyoming? Yeah.
Good job.
All right. New sticker.
Another sticker.
All right, it's the next morning and we're not going to Yellowstone today. We're going to check out Cody a little bit. So we're gonna head to the Buffalo Bill Dam. We were told that we didn't want to miss it by the guy at the visitor center. So we're gonna go see that.
One day.
It is incredibly windy up on top of this dam. So windy, I'm worried it's gonna blow the phone out of my hand. All right, so we kind of altered our plans a little bit. Every campground in Yellowstone that can fit us is booked solid. There is one on the northern side near the Montana entrance that is our best bet for first come, first serve. There are lots of sites there and the entire campground is that way. So, because we have to go to the northern side of the park, we are not going to go see the traditional sites in Yellowstone today. What we're going to do is we're going to drive through Yellowstone down to Grand Teton National Park so we can see the Grand Tetons. And then we're going to come back here, and tomorrow morning we will get ready and we will drive the RV into the park all the way up to the northern side near Montana, and try to get a campsite there. If we can't, there is campgrounds just outside of the park that we can stay at for a night and maybe try to come back the next day and get ourselves a campground inside the park. And that's when we'll go see the sites like Old Faithful and Hot Springs and stuff like that inside the park. So today, Grand Tetons. Tomorrow, heading up towards Montana. And it should be an awesome drive. We're going to drive right through the heart of Yellowstone. Hopefully we'll see some moose and we'll see some bear and some bald eagles maybe, and it'll be awesome. It'll be a great drive. It'll be a long drive, but it'll be a great drive. Pulled over here for a nice view of Yellowstone Lake. It's crazy to see a big body of water like that with no boats on it. And I think over there, I could be wrong, but I think that's the Grand Tetons.
Are you having a hard time?
That is a big bear.
Here and up here and over there. Oh, you gonna help me? And up here.
Up here, up here, up here.
Up here, up here, up here. Now color him. Here you go. You color him. You color him. Here. You color him.
It's running.
Oh, did it run? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, did you run?
Oh, I see it.
It's coming toward it. There it goes. Across the road. Across the road.
No, I can't. You can't see it on my phone.
Okay, we're hitting the road for Yellowstone this morning, bringing the rig in. It's gonna be a slow trip, but we'll get there eventually.
Very tight, obviously. The damage.
Woo! Hey, that's a tight squeeze. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Oh, the stop sign. Oh, Lord. Good job, Daddy! Yay, Daddy!
that was a long trip, and I am exhausted. I think all of us are exhausted. But we made it here to the Mammoth Hot Springs campground. It's gorgeous here. I don't know if you can see the mountains here behind me. It was a really nice drive. Saw a couple of buffalo along the way. Still no moose. We're waiting to see our first moose. Hopefully that happens while we're here, but you never know. We're gonna take it easy tonight. We might go into town here and check it out. There's a little kind of tourist area right here at the entrance of the park to see. And tomorrow we start our Yellowstone adventure and seeing the sights and doing the things. So we got really lucky at this campground. Very few campgrounds can fit an RV our size. This one can, and we checked in at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they had one spot left, and we got it. So we're really happy that we got it. Everywhere else was full. Yeah, it was really good luck. Otherwise, we would have left the park on the north side and stayed at a privately owned campground until then. But here, it's obviously no hookups. If you can hear, we got our generator going. You can only run it till 8 o'clock, and then you have to turn it off. But the temperatures are cool enough where we don't really need AC, so we should be fine. Yeah, it's exciting. We're finally here, and probably gonna go see some geysers tomorrow, or maybe the Grand Canyon in Yellowstone, whatever's decided. So yeah, on to Yellowstone. Literally right next, they're all over the place. They're right next to us here too.
Oh. Well, I didn't bring my camera because we were going right here. Shows what I know.
Right here in their downtown, there's a herd of elk.
You have to go to what
That's the post office. There's more elk up there. More elk over there.
Here. It makes it hard to see.
I just didn't expect to see elk right here.
Baby's gonna eat. Baby eating?
That lady's
Yeah.
getting a little too close right there.
Yeah, they're gonna get angry at her. Look at her. Like these.
I know, you like these.
Oh wow. Shiny.
She's mixing them all up too, isn't she?
She wasn't, but she might be now.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, it's pooping. Can you say bye, elk? Bye, baby elk. Bye, elks. They're right here. Bye, baby elk.